What are 5 mistakes that you are making that is limiting your growth? Coming up. Hi, Kadrian here from KadrianThomas.com, bringing you the best tips, tools, and ideas to help you own your craft and to build your skill as a saxophone player. So what are 5 mistakes that you are making that is causing your growth as a saxophone player to stagnate? Mistake number 1 is that you don't have any goals. Now, you cannot hit a target that you cannot see. You need clear, defined goals, and your goals need to be big enough. It means that you have to have a why. Why do you want to get better on the saxophone? And then, because that goal is so big, it's going to push you to want to practice even when you don't feel like it. When you're having a bad day, even when you're having a headache, you will find 5 or 10 minutes, regardless, to practice on your saxophone. And so you set long-term and short-term goals. A long-term goal can be that you want to learn to play in all 12 keys on your sax fluently, and so you focus on one key with its relative minor in each month. So for example, you start with G major and then you play its relative minor, which is E minor, and you focus on that for an entire month, and then the next month you add another one until over a period of a year you've learned to play in all 12 keys on your saxophone. Mistake number 2 is that you have the wrong focus. Because you have no goals, then your focus is wrong. So you spend your time jumping around on YouTube, for example, learning to play licks, learning to play altissimo notes, when you don't know how to play the high notes in the regular range of your sax. Neither do you know how to play the low notes on your saxophone, which comes as a result of working on the fundamentals of, say, long tones, which is the entry point or the door to playing altissimo notes. Mistake number 3 is avoiding the fundamentals that I just spoke about of playing long tones, your scales, playing intervals, playing arpeggios. The things that oftentimes seem very boring, but for example, the long tones, those are what will build your tone as a saxophone player. The scales, those are roadmaps to playing anything that's possible on your horn. Mistake number 4 is that you don't have a practice routine. Now, your saxmanship will remain stagnant if you don't have a solid saxophone practice routine. Now, to automate your saxophone practice, you need to schedule it. So what time of the day will you practice, and for how long? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And you show up every single day until it becomes an automatic process. If you don't know how or what to practice, I want you to click in the description below. I've made a PDF for you which outlines 1 week of practice, a guide where you can use and just repeat the process each week, but you want to stick to it. So automate your practice routine, and that will help to grow your skill as a saxophone player. Mistake number 5 is, even if you practice, your practice is unstructured. And therefore, when you take up the horn, you are noodling around on the horn. Chances are you are playing scales, notes, licks, songs that you can play already, and therefore you are not challenging your brain, you're not challenging your fingers, you're not challenging yourself to get better. Now, you have to understand that the quality of your practice will determine the caliber of your performance. So noodling around on the saxophone will never really get you to become a master saxophone player. Your sax playing needs to take focus. You need to plan what you're going to practice and then stick to it. So how do you grow and avoid all these mistakes? Number 1, you need to set some long-term and short-term goals. Number 2, focus on those goals and do not divert from those goals so that you can reap the results over a week, a month, and eventually a year. Number 3, work on the fundamentals daily. I cannot stress this anymore. You need to be playing and working on your long tones every single day so that you can develop a better, more rounded sound on your saxophone. Number 4, routinize your practice, mean schedule it. What gets scheduled, according to Tony Robbins, gets done. And number 5, structure your practice. Remember, consistency is the mother of mastery, and no idea will work until you do the work. Remember to like this video, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.